Expo Canada. How y'all doing out there? Yes! Ladies and gentlemen, I need y'all to join me in showing all the love and giving all the noise for Miss Helen Hunt! So good to see you. Please join us. Yes, please have a seat. I'm gonna climb up in this chair. Hopefully I don't die. And meet it. Excellent. Hello.
Hi there.
How is this glorious Saturday treating you?
Very well.
I love it. I love it. Have you been to Toronto before?
I have. I've been to your film festival a few times.
Yes.
I've worked a little bit. How about that? I don't remember which job. Signs you've been working too long.
No.
No, but I have been here and I have friends from here.
Love that.
Yeah.
Do you have any like favorite food places that you like to visit here?
I remember some incredible Chinese food that I was talking about, right? Isn't that?
Do we co-sign this? Yes? Okay. We need some recommendations. Just hit me up. I want to know what to eat tonight.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a good one. Okay, so we have so many fans here in the room, and I want to talk about so many different things with you. But I think it's important for us to understand your origin story. Like being in entertainment is kind of in your blood.
Yeah, my dad was a director, a theater director, and so I used to go to rehearsal with him, and I never thought about being an actor, but I thought I just like when people get together and tell a story in a room, and then I went to an acting class just because my aunt, who's my age, which is a whole other story, was in the class. And I don't know what happened. An agent came and I turned around and I was in Canada for my first job in Calgary.
How about that? Yeah. I love that. So to be around acting, right? Is it something that you understood immediately as a craft, or just something interesting as an art form?
Well, like I said, my first thing was just loving how much fun everybody seemed to be having who was part of telling a story, whether you were doing the wigs or on the stage or backstage. It just seemed like fun. And then somewhere along the way I realized, oh, it's invisible, but this is an actual thing you have to learn.
Right.
I hear stories about people who don't study and are just, awesome, but I think you can't be awesome over time if you don't work on how to do this thing.
I think that's one of the most important things. Do we have any aspiring actors in the audience?
One or two.
Again, you don't have to be quiet about it. You can make noise. You're allowed.
Couple people.
Yes, but I think that's a very important thing to understand, is that there is true craft, and in exploration of it, that's how you build that longevity. And to have a distinguished career as your own, proof positive, right?
And my dad was also an acting teacher, and since he passed away, myself and then somebody else together took over his class.
That's
and I was
fantastic.
starting to teach a little bit, yeah.
I love that. Yeah, make some noise for that. Now, considering like your experience with different forms of acting, either on the stage, TV, the big screen, do you have a preference for which area excites you the most?
No, it's like the best story, That's really the number one thing. The best story, the best people, and the best part. Probably in that order.
I like that. So in terms of tiers, the best story, best collaborators, and then the best part possible. Do you have a favorite out of any of your roles that fit that criteria?
I'm lucky enough to have a few. I was on a show called Blind Spotting.
Come on, y'all.
A couple years ago.
That's a jam. Was the best.
And I thought of that because of the collaborators part. I became really close with the two guys who created it, Raphael Casal and David Diggs.
Yes.
You guys saw Hamilton on
Come on now.
Apple TV. He was the Thomas Jefferson Lafayette of it all. And they had such a love for their story.
Absolutely.
And then, as good as it gets, it wasn't terrible.
Academy Award performance, let's go. Absolutely.
And Mad About You actually was such a tiny, it was such a tiny little story that I thought it would never last. We did our first episode and I thought, well, this is lovely, but it's never going to go because what is it even about? It's about two people who love each other. So it's kind of amazing that we squeezed 8 years out of that tiny
That's
premise.
brilliant. Absolutely. Well, because that is an ongoing story, one that kind of people need to be retaught every once in a while. So
I have guilt about these people. You want to switch for a minute?
okay, we can switch. Musical chairs, musical chairs. That was the most fun. Okay. When it comes to some of these roles, I think there are some magical things that you bring, just especially when it comes to blind spotting. That was one that I thought was super progressive. And that seems to be something that you tackle very, very well, from Project X to Twister. Like, the idea of being a forward-thinking person, how much is that just you and who you are?
Gosh, I don't know. These two guys are from the Bay Area,
That's right.
San Francisco, Oakland in particular, and their lives and everybody's life around them were really touched by, mass incarceration, which down where I'm from is a big epidemic, and it hadn't really been explored, the sons and daughters and wives and mothers in my case, and what the effect was. So, and it was a musical, and our choreographer won an Emmy. I hope you guys will watch it. It was on Stars. Does that mean it's on Stars up here?
Do we have that up here? Excellent.
Okay. But it's a beautiful show, and so they were forward thinking, and I got to be with them on that.
It was so very lovely, the message of family.
Yeah.
And I think that plays in a few different roles that you've had. Obviously, you come from a very entertaining family. Do you have any fun stories, favorite stories of family members that encouraged you to be in this world of acting?
Nobody in my family tried to get me to do this, but nobody tried to get me to stop.
That's a good thing.
Yeah, I think they saw that it lit me up, and I loved it. And my mom, I used to watch I Love Lucy when I was a kid. And my mom was right. She was like, you should be going to university, not, what's it going to come to watching a sitcom about a married couple in New York? She was right, but I was also right.
Exactly. That's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. One of my favorite films that you're in is What Women Want. Darcy McGuire is everything. She's powerful. She's smart. At times, she's the foil to Mel's character. How did you like to approach the building of that character? Were there people that you talked to, specifically in the PR world or advertising world? How did you build her?
Mostly through the director, Nancy Myers, who you guys,
Absolutely.
I know you love her movies.
Yes.
Parent Trap and Father of the Bride and Something's Gotta Give, and I just loved her, and she and I both knew what it was like to be strong career women who also wanted to be able to be in love and have a life, and for people to see behind that sort of front. So I didn't have to do a lot of research for that part.
That's brilliant. No, that's absolutely great. Would you ever want the ability to hear other people's thoughts?
No. Sometimes people will say, I don't know if I should tell you this. I always say, don't. Please don't say that thing you think you shouldn't say. I don't want to hear it.
It's scary sometimes. It's absolutely scary.
Yeah, I think that we have, a filter for a reason. To spare each other our worst thoughts.
More than
Which is sort of what As Good as It Gets is about. Someone who doesn't have that filter.
Come on. That was what. Come on, y'all can make some noise. To work in an ensemble cast like that one, where you have so many different personalities and talents, is that a challenge as an actor, or is that one of the best parts to tell the story with so many different voices?
Well, it depends on the voices.
Well, that is true. That is true.
That movie had so many great actors, and the co-writer or director, was just the person I would have wanted to work with. If I could have picked one person, it would have been him. And so I got to, meet my heroes, both with him and with Jan.
That's brilliant.
Yeah.
Now, so many of us know you as an actress, but to be a director, to help tell the story, is a different dynamic. What made you want to step into that phase of creativity?
I wrote a script called Then She Found Me, which is me and, nobody's seen it.
Go see it.
Go see it. I don't know where to find it here, or at home, but it's me and Bette Midler and Colin Firth and Matthew Broderick, and actually it premiered in the Toronto Film Festival.
See? There's an archive somewhere. I'm sure we can.
At your beautiful giant theater, what's it called? The big. Yes.
There we go.
Yes, that was a major fond memory for me. And so I wrote it not thinking I would direct it, and then over time you realize directing is kind of like another chance to rewrite it because of all the decisions you make. So that's how I got into that one.
I love it. Do you have an affinity for either, or are you comfortable being either an actor or director?
I'm comfortable with either, but to direct, I have to feel like I have ownership, like it's a story I can tell and have to tell. Acting, I'm just, I'm a lifer actor, so it's just something I have to keep doing.
I think we appreciate that.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you. I see you guys are already lining up. I'm okay with you guys lining up. However, we're going to play a game before we go to audience questions. So if you want to save your legs, you don't have to get up just yet. If you're up for it, would you like to play a game with us? Okay, so the way this game is going to work is we're going to show Helen a pixelated image from a piece that she's been in, and the goal is to see how long it takes for her to figure out what that scene is. Now, you might be feeling like, well, I know the answer. Do not yell it out, okay? Don't do that. But you can throw out hints if you believe it would be helpful, all right? So, if we are ready. No, that's not your eyes. That's literally the pixelation. That's absolutely what that is. What do you guys think? Do we movie, TV? What do you think? You're saying movie?
This is really the first image?
This is the first image. This is the first image. They're saying movie. Do you fancy a guess based off of that clue? Okay, just check. Let's try number two. Oh, even better. That's so much closer.
So it's two people, maybe.
Okay, two people, yes.
I don't know.
Of similar pixels, and,
Two pink people.
Two pink people, yes.
So mad about you, could be.
It could be. Let's see, you want to try one more?
I want another level of...
All right, another...
Oh, okay.
No.
Okay, it's Twister in the truck.
Ladies and gentlemen, it is Twister. Great job. Now, if you can, tell us a little bit about this scene here. I mean, you guys are looking so blissfully up at the sky. What were you looking at?
We were looking at bright lights, so bright that the next day we came in and we couldn't really see properly. So we wore these big black glasses for 3 days. We were just in that truck for a long time. Like weeks and weeks in that truck. I'd bring my newspaper, we were in there for a long time.
To act in a confined space, is that easier because there's less marks that you have to hit? Or is it harder because your expression is limited to just kind of shoulders and up?
Yeah, I don't know which is easier. I mean, he was so good, and we both knew the fun of that we were bickering at each other, but when we looked up at this thing that we imagined we were seeing, we both kind of were drawn to it in the same way. So it's always good to work with a great actor.
I love it. Make some noise for the late, great Bill Paxton. All right, let's try the next image. Let's go. Let's see what we have here. Okay. Film or TV? What do y'all think?
TV.
You think TV? Interesting. Okay.
Nothing.
Okay, I just wanted to check. Listen, you could have divined it. I don't know. Let's go for the second one. A little closer.
Pink people.
A little bit more.
Movies. I don't know.
One more. Let's get one more.
Oh, okay. Well, I think it's mad about you.
Correct. That is mad about you. Absolutely. It was the couch. The couch was the dead giveaway. The blue was it. Can you tell us anything behind the scenes about working on this show that is something that has made the show so very special to you that we might not know about?
I mean, my love for Paul Reiser.
Come on,
we're
make some
still
noise for him.
really good friends. We see each other every few months,
That's
and
good.
I just love him.
You got to. Except in Aliens. I did not like him in Aliens.
Wasn't he good?
He was. He was terribly good.
Yeah.
I love it. Love it. Next one. Well, you got this one. You know exactly what this is, and you can clearly see things. spots of color. What if we count the pixels? Will that help?
No, it's
No?
just, it's depressing all the pink people. Like, not enough diversity in these pixels.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
I don't know who it is.
Let's try the next one. Okay. Film, TV, what do y'all feel?
Film.
You say film? Okay,
Let's
okay.
say it's as good as it gets.
What do y'all think? Is it as good as it gets? Let's see the final piece.
Okay.
Yes, it is!
Okay, go back one though. Go back one. And now go back one more. Look at his glasses. That's how we knew.
That was it. The glasses were dead giveaway. Absolute dead giveaway. Can you tell us anything about this particular scene in filming?
Well, it was
Jack?
kind of toward the end of the movie, but we shot it very much in the beginning of the movie, which is always weird. You just hope you know what you're doing, because you have to kind of put a flag in the sand and say, this is what the character's like 2/3 of the way through the movie. But look at Greg's got a whole thing going on. No, really, like, if you remember the story, he kind of lost everything
Indeed.
when he went through this horrible incident, and it's before he kind of rediscovers his art and Jack's sight. I don't know what I'm doing exactly. I'm liking the music. I'm liking the Van Morrison. That's what I'm doing. So yeah, it's 3 interesting characters is what I see.
This is one of those movies that I think, ironically, would not exist here in Canada because he loses everything due to medical expenses and things like that. It's a states thing. Sorry.
In
it's
fact,
very
the
true.
first time we screened it, I have this line I scream out about privatized medicine, and the audience cheers.
Mhm.
I scream out like, her vitriolic feelings about having to pay for health care, and the whole audience in the States started clapping.
That's right.
Oh, wow, we've tapped into something.
Absolutely true. Absolutely true. Thank you for playing the game. Make some noise for Helen, please. Now, I see that you're close to line. Can you be a true superhero for me? We've got a fan here that's in a wheelchair that wants to ask a question. Do you mind bringing that microphone over? Thank you so very much for that.
Is it on?
Yes, it should be on. Yes. Hello.
Thank you. Hello. My name's David. So my question revolves around twisters. So normally in sequels, the original actors either play a part or make a cameo. And I noticed in this latest sequel that you weren't in it, which I was disappointed about. I was hoping. So I was curious, was that your decision? Were you approached to be part of the movie, or not?
I was not approached. I had an idea with Debbie Diggs and Rafael Casal before they were making this version, a whole other thing, black and brown storm chasers from an HBCU. We had a whole thing, which they respectfully said we don't want. And then got this really wonderful director to direct the sequel, and they just didn't have a place for me in it, I guess. So I haven't seen it. I hear it's really good.
Facts. Good facts. I mean, it is okay. It's very much so in the Hallmark sort of vibe. So it's nice, but the action of the original, unmatched. Thank you for that question. Hello.
Hi. I hope I'm not going to make you feel old with this
I
question.
hope not either.
You better don't.
I really hope not.
Watch yourself now.
But you guest starred in what I thought was the coolest show when I was growing up. And looking back, I think back then I thought it was probably the coolest episode. So do you have any stories or anecdotes or memories of when you guest starred on The Bionic Woman?
Oh, yes.
Really? Did you see it? Are you clapping? Because it's just nobody's clapping.
No, that's a
Like
classic.
the last year of the Bionic Woman, they were running out of stories. So I was a princess from outer space who came down, and I had like a thing where I could make myself this big. So they put me next to a giant phone that they had sitting around the Universal lot. I just remember being a little bit in love with Lindsay Wagner. She was so beautiful and sweet and classy. That's what I remember.
Love that.
So was I.
Yes. Thank you for that. That was a good
Thank
question.
you.
Thank you.
Y'all need to go watch that episode. Like, let's just get the views up like tremendously. Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Acting Helen.
Hello.
My question for you is, on Mad About You, what was your favorite episode to do?
My favorite one?
Favorite
Episode.
episode of Mad About You?
Yes.
Well, the last one I'm very sweet on because I directed that one, and it was an
Let's
hour
go to that,
long.
y'all. Yes, yes.
And I'm super proud of it, and also it helped me not just be crying all for the whole last 2 weeks because I was busy trying to make a sort of ambitious last episode.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi, my name's Kristen, and my question is also taking you back in time. What's your favorite memory from filming Girls Just Wanna Have Fun?
Come on. Classic.
I think dancing. I had taken dance classes forever just for fun, and so just getting to be that silly and getting to play the part of the one who said, "Come on, let's go enjoy our young lives." That was really fun.
I love it. How often did you listen to that song on set?
I don't remember ever listening to the song, but it's not because it's not a great song.
It makes you still enjoy it now, so I totally understand. Absolutely. Hello.
Hi, Helen. I think you were wonderful in the final scene of Castaway, where Tom Hanks is reunited with you. To me, it goes through so many ups and downs.
Yes.
It goes from inside out into the rain and into a car. Can you tell us a little bit about the filming of that scene? And was it done in a short period of time, or did you have to experience those emotions over a number of days?
It's a good question. I want to say it was one big day, but that seems impossible. So maybe it was 2 days. He's just such a wonderful actor, and Bob Zemeckis is such a great director. And I remember we rehearsed it, and the one thing I offered up that after we rehearsed it, something wasn't quite feeling right, and I thought to myself and shared with them, I think we have to believe that at any moment they could throw their arms around each other, and like that could happen at any second. And once we put that in our heads, talking about maps and talking about these sort of everyday things got more interesting. But he's just such a dream to work with. It wasn't hard.
Thank you.
Thank you.